adventurers? It's your boy VKJ, Vacation Education. And we're coming to you from New Jersey today. And I also have with me today my fellow knight, and that is the VKJD.
Reporting for duty.
Also, the princess is about to reign supreme in her castle. Is the Ellie the Bee right there.
In her chariot.
In the chariot, the queen
Chariot of fire.
has her carriage. Right behind me over here is a restaurant. It's been around probably a lot longer than you thought. This business back here was started back in 1921. Woo. Okay, so it's been around 102 years. It predates McDonald's. It predates Burger King, known for being the original fast food takeout. They even invented takeout restaurant. We're inviting you to join us today on this medieval adventure. Let's go! And of course, you probably already recognize this from the background. It is White Castle. We don't come to a lot of fast food places. We're not going to be doing any, like a whole chain of fast food restaurant experiences. We kind of like unique things. But I think that this kind of falls into the realm of the vacation education material because of its history, because it originated a lot of different things we're going to be talking about in the video. And, I mean, the building is basically, it's a castle. I mean, it's got like even like the castles on the outside there. So, I mean, it's got, you know, what are those things up there called again, Dad?
I think they're called, at a real castle, the ramparts, which
Wow.
I don't exactly know what that means, but, you know, that's where they shoot arrows at us if we were attacking for hamburgers.
Exactly.
But there's really not that many around our area. We have to drive for about an hour just to get to one, so.
There's 350 White Castle locations all over the United States, only in 13 states. And if you don't know how many states there are, by any chance,
Might not be your state.
might not be your state, but there's 50 states in the United States. So that means that less than half of the states have White Castles. So it's pretty rare. This location that we're at, this White Castle, is the Forked River White Castle in New Jersey. After tireless research, we found out that White Castle is only in the United States. So if you're watching this in another country, I'm sorry you can't get any White Castles. So you got to come here and visit us.
You probably can buy, I think I have seen White Castle hamburgers in the freezer sections at some, so they are retail now. You can get them in, you know, like Walmart or different things like that. So it's possible maybe to get a White Castle even in France or something.
Well, forget even about that. Even in the United States, it's only in 13 states.
Right.
So, but there's a good chance that if you go to your grocery store in the freezer department, you might be able to get White Castle there in your state. There you go, buddy. Ooh. All right, we'll get all that later.
Okay. Wow. Awesome.
So they got a deal going on right there for, looks like 10 cheese sliders for $8.99. Now, adventurers, this is our first time inside of a White Castle, okay? So we're gonna take a look at the menu here, see what kind of offerings they have, and then make some really delicious selections.
Clam strips.
So they got sliders. Obviously, White Castle is known for its sliders. This is the place that actually invented the slider. So they got the original slider, cheese slider, double cheese slider, the 1921 slider. Ooh, Dad, why don't you come up a little bit closer here? Right up there, it says the 1921 slider. See that?
I wonder what that means.
That means that it's probably the one from 1921.
That's pretty old.
It is.
I think I want fresher.
Okay. Of course, they also, though, they have crispy chicken sliders. They have fish sliders.
I like the
onion rings.
I like the shareable meals picture over there. There's like 20.
10 sliders, 2 small fries, 2 small drinks, 10 original sliders, 20 piece onion rings, and 1 sack of French fries. Yeah, they got some pretty big meal selections over there.
It looks like the biggest order. I guess you could double up if you wanted, but
yeah,
20 sliders for $30.
Boom. That's for people that really are into White Castle. Another thing we learned about White Castle is that they were the first place to have takeout, to take it home with you, right? It says buy and buy the sack. And see the little bag right there? Do you take out to go home? Famous for their being able to, the takeout, to be able to take it home with you. One of its notoriety is the first place to do that. 100 sliders, half a gallon jug of sweet tea. All right, we're ready.
All right, how can I help you today?
All right, cool. So what's the difference between the original slider and the 1921 slider?
So the 1921 is a little thicker. It's got lettuce, tomato, pickle, and caramelized onion. While our original sliders, they have onions that we put a bed of the onions on the grill.
Okay.
The meat, the salt, pepper, and then pickle, ketchup. If you choose cheese, we have the garlic, jalapeno, cheddar, and American.
2 of the originals.
2 originals?
Yep. 2 of the 1921s. 2 crispy chicken sliders. 2 fish.
Yeah.
Just a small fries, fine.
Small fry?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then 2 drinks.
That'll be $29.72. Can I have a name for the order?
VKJ. Boom. $29.72. Perfect. All right, adventurers, we got all of our deliciousness ordered up, right? And we got a couple different things going on. I wanted to get a variety of all the different selections. And we're going to be doing a little bit of a taste test. Let's go. As we're waiting for the burgers to come out and all this deliciousness, I'm going to take you around the store. They got a lot of fun stuff going on, and I want to check it out. I want to do the VKJ walk around and see what they got going on here. Let's go. So right away, over behind my dad right here is a pretty cool thing. 100% beef, White Castle, and there's a gentleman there holding the official takeout sack. And right there it says, since 1921, the original slider has been made using 100% beef. So there's always been 100% beef hamburgers.
I like their, obviously the outfit.
The uniform.
The uniform with the bow tie.
Yeah.
It's got the sleeves rolled up.
It would be interesting if they kept that. You know what I mean?
Oh, they should have.
That'd be cool. It's like a very Johnny Rockets blast from the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if that wasn't enough, they have a huge wall here covered with antique pictures from, I would assume, White Castles from many years past. And they're all black and white. It's so classic. It's really giving you that classic, old school 1921 burger joint feel. Let's go take a look at some of these pictures.
Man, I love that one. For service, turn on lights.
Yeah.
And it says, don't blow your horn.
Well, what's also interesting about this one, it has the prices of what it used to cost. This White Castle hamburger, 12 cents. Fish sandwich, 20 cents. French fries, 20 cents. So the French fries cost more than the original White Castle hamburger. Bet you didn't know that.
Get a coffee for 7 cents.
I wish it was still those prices, right? As we kept on reading this White Castle, I guess, menu, it says right there, they also used to sell cigarettes. It says all popular brands of cigarettes. And right there, this is hilarious, my dad pointed out, we try to serve the best coffee in town. So it might not be the best coffee in town, but they're gonna try.
They're honest. It's literally less than 10 cents for a cup of coffee.
And what did they used to say, Dad?
Say, hey buddy, can you spare a dime for a cup of coffee? They're like, oh, sure.
Here's another gentleman right over here creating the deliciousness. Steam grilled. The original slider has been steam grilled on a bed of onions since 1921. Look at that bow tie. Looking very Dapper Dan. It's got the White Castle logo right there, the 5 cents. Buy and buy the sack. But if you pan down right here, you see a few gentlemen. It doesn't say who the gentlemen are, but underneath there, it does say White Castle has been family owned and operated since 1921. White Castle, the original slider introduced in 1921, the original slider made hamburgers popular. So they're literally, they took the hamburger from nothing to something, and that hamburger, that little girl right there, it looks like she's really about to enjoy. I'm not sure if she's angry, she thinks it's delicious, who knows, but it doesn't matter because it's White Castle, come on. I heard the magical, mystical name, the VKJ, let's go.
Any sauce or anything for you?
Well, what kind of sauce do you have?
Well, we got tartar, we have marinara, we have Zesty, honestly, everyone loves that on chicken.
Okay. I guess maybe could we get a variety of a couple of
I
them?
can give you a little bit of everything.
That'd be great. Here, the original White Castle bag right there. The first restaurant to invent takeout. And there's the bag. Boom. I mean, there's a lot of goodness right here. White Castle obviously is very old school restaurant, but that doesn't mean that they don't have some crazy cool innovations. Now, if you've never seen one of these machines before, it's like a custom Coca-Cola machine. There's many different combinations that you can actually make your drink into. So you come up here, and it's got a really cool touch screen. So for like example, I'm gonna go with the Zero Coke right here. Okay, and once you click on there, then you have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Coke Zero flavors that you can choose from. Might be hard to see because of the glare, but I'm just gonna go with a regular, like a vanilla.
I got peach.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the vanilla. It looks like a vanilla Coke Zero, like a vanilla Coke. And then it combines the two things together and makes the drink. All right, adventurers, look at this mountain of White Castle. We built our own castle here with all of the deliciousness. The aromas in here smell delicious. We got 1921 burgers. We got the original burger. We got fish. We got chicken. We got French fries. Ellie, the bee. Oh, my, look, there she is. Yeah, she's shaking with excitement. Which one would you like to try first? What do you think?
Try the original.
Okay, so the original would be. Wow.
See the onions on there?
Oh, yeah.
It's steamed. It's nice and soft.
Yeah, well, the aroma you're getting is definitely the burger, the bun, and definitely the onions.
All right. I'd love onions on a hamburger.
Yep.
And these are perfect.
Nice.
Delicious, you know, exactly what I thought it would be.
I'm going to try again, I think what's really cool is, so White Castle has its own containers. It almost looks like a fries container, but it's for hamburgers, right? And it just fits in there. It's all nice and cozy and cute right inside the hamburger right there. Look at that. The other type of hamburger or cheeseburger I've ever seen comes in a full box. It's not like a half box, it's like a full box, but it kind of like gives it a little display box. Let's taste this baby out here. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is really good. I mean, what's interesting about it, right, is that the hamburger is so thin. This might be like the thinnest hamburger patty that I've ever seen. So, I mean, truly, this is a hamburger slider.
I think what you can come away with this is it's a little more, I don't know why, but it's a little more like volume. First of all, if you don't have a lot of money, and I'm sure back in the day, people could maybe come in and get one hamburger, you know? And they're small enough that you're not spending a lot of money.
Correct.
So to get the same size, if you're getting a quarter pounder or something like that, you'd probably have to buy 3 or 4 of these things. Because they're like little quick eats.
Here is
it's more about volume here, I think.
This right here is the French fries here at White Castle, and it kind of remind me of a video we did before. It was called Curly's Fries down on the Wildwood Boardwalk, and so the classic crinkle fry. You know, it's not thin like McDonald's or Burger King. I mean, that's the old school, definitely an old school French fry. Let's try that out.
Good fry flavor.
Yeah.
Use some salt.
I don't know about that. I think mine has plenty of salt on it, if I'm really being honest. Look at this right here. It says, Rockabye Carver. When Walter's granddaughter was just a baby, he discovered that the smell of White Castle sliders would soothe her out of crying. By the time she was able to sit in her high chair, she was eating her first torn apart slider. The crave is strong with that one, with this one. And it says Walter Thomas 2006. So it looks like they have cravers that look on the back of these boxes. Hall of Fame cravers. That's pretty interesting. All right, and so Dad, you're looking at the other French fry container, and what does that have on the back of it right there?
But it's just another little information snippet that they put on there. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's about the Stanley Cup. And looks like when the guys won,
Yeah.
then of course they went out to eat afterwards.
They celebrated at White Castle.
Yeah, and they had the
You won the Stanley Cup. What are you going to do now?
they had the Stanley Cup sitting in the middle of the table
Wow.
at the White Castle.
Interesting. This next one we're going to be trying out is the chicken slider. Okay, not a burger slider, a chicken slider.
There's a little close up.
Yeah.
Not too much to see there, but
Yeah, that's okay. That's enough to see. And this one's chicken. We added cheese too. You can get chicken without cheese as well.
pretty good. I think we need a little sauce maybe.
Yeah, we did. They give us a lot of sauces. Let me try this out. You can see the side out cut there. There's a lot of chicken in there. I mean, this is definitely not a small chicken patty for by any means. But I'm definitely going to use some sauce as well. Let me try. I'm going to try one of these barbecues here.
You know, when you first ordered up there,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, there's so much food.
So much food.
There's no way we're going to be taking home like
Right.
3/4 of it. But we managed to already go through about half, I think.
Now it's time for the Ellie the Bee taste test. So, Dad, what do you have there? You have the chicken.
Yes, and there's some cheesy.
Okay.
So we'll just give her a little bite of cheese. I know she's going to love that.
Of course, Ellie the Bee right there. She's one of the official dog taste testers here on Vacation Education, and she absolutely loves cheese.
There you go.
We've tried the original slider. We have tried the chicken slider. Now it is time to do the fish slider. Let's go. We're at the beach. We're very close to the beach. It's only proper that you get a little bit of seafood, right? So here's the fish one for you, Dad, and this one's for me. And there
It's
is,
so cute.
I know. There's the fish slider right there.
I say technically,
It's like a small fillet of fish from like McDonald's too.
yeah, you could usually probably eat this in 2 bites if you really
Oh yeah, of course.
wanted to.
I like it. It's almost like a slider. It's like a taste buffet. You know, like a little sandwich buffet. Let's go.
I like the fish.
Wow. Yeah. That is a real proper fish sandwich. I mean, look at the fish in there. I mean, this. I don't know. I don't know why, but I just felt like it would have like a cheaper taste or like a, I don't know, like not a true fish taste, but it really does. I think this one needs a little bit of tartar sauce though. So I don't know about you guys, but I do love tartar sauce on my fish. So I'm gonna put a little bit of tartar sauce on there. Here we go. Oh man. Very good. That's delicious. Oh my goodness, this is great. Oh my God.
I think as a lot of the fast food places, White Castle's going the way of the dipping sauces for sure. You know, so they got a lot of choices.
Absolutely.
And this is kind of unusual. They actually have a marinara
Marinara sauce.
in a little container. You know,
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere else.
Oh no, definitely not. Recap. We've had the original slider. We have had the chicken slider. We've had the fish slider. We've also tasted the crinkle fries.
Really good.
But now it is time for the 1921 slider. That was the year that White Castle was originated, 1921. All right, and it actually comes in a special box. This box is a little bit bigger than all of the rest of the boxes. So it's pretty cool, actually. And this one literally has like maybe the original White Castle right on there. Look at that. And it says, long live sliders. Oh, look at that right there. Look at that branding. The 1921 slider. It says it right there on the back of the box. How cool is that? There it is, the original 1921 slider. Looks like it's got pickles, cheese, lettuce. Who knows what else?
Cheese.
Yes. Pickles, lettuce, tomato. Ready?
Right.
Let's do it. there's not a lot of burger there, right? Like you're used to these huge patties, quarter pounders and stuff like that at Burger King. But the cool part again about this is you're getting a little bit of that burger taste, but it's not super filling. Like I'm not, even at this point after eating like half of all these sandwiches and stuff like this, I don't feel like really bloated or horrible. It's not making me overeat, even though we ordered so much. You would think you'd be feel like this bloated overeating at this point. We're on our way. Fourth sandwich? It's crazy.
It's delicious.
Are you getting that 1921 vibe? 1921. White Castle, #1 opens in Wichita, Kansas. We've been family owned and operated ever since. Look at that. That is the coolest. I love these boxes. I think these are really neat. I mean, to have like some of these, like, because we looked up a lot of this stuff before we came to White Castle today. But if you were just a random person and you just stopped in and you knew nothing about White Castle, right? You could get a lot of information.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Just in these boxes.
They put so much fun stories and stuff on each one, and they're all different. And I'm going to give Ellie a little bit of hamburger here. Ellie.
Oh, Ellie has never met a hamburger or hot dog that she didn't like. Wow. Now, I'm telling you right now, we're definitely making a situation of this table. But I think that's all part of the White Castle fun. With Crave Scholar. When Casey attended Truman State University, he had a GPA of 2.1, and the nearest White Castle was over 190 miles away. Then he transferred schools and enrolled at Lindenwood University in St. Charles, Missouri, where his GPA was 3.5, and the nearest castle was basically in his backyard. Coincidence? We beg to differ. This place is so cool. It has its own merchandise. They're sold out of the mugs, but they would have a mug there at $7.99. They got T-shirts, White Castle T-shirts. It says Crave More. You can get some of their stuff online, so you can shop online at houseofcrave.com. They also have bandanas down there, and they also have White Castle sunglasses. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. They have their own little souvenir shop right there in White Castle. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes after I go on a ride at an amusement park or I have an experience, again, you want to take some of the merch home with you. So you can not just eat White Castle, experience White Castle, enjoy White Castle, you can wear White Castle.
Pushing off all this food. I can't believe it.
It's because today we wanted to go on a White Castle crazy adventure, and we did it here in New Jersey. So I got one more left here, and it is the
classic.
The classic.
Original slider.
Yep. Wow. Oh my God, so good. Sometimes doing vacation education is a real big pain in you know what, but times like this, I'm really enjoying myself. We are not going to be going out and doing every fast food restaurant, McDonald's, Burger King, or whatever. We really liked the White Castle story and history. We thought it was pretty significant. And, they even have facts and fun, like I said, right on the boxes, which fits right in with our brand of channel.
This particular White Castle isn't anything special.
Right.
But you can still see they really embrace their history a lot.
Yes.
So
right.
It's fun to come in.
It takes you
this
back.
Isn't a special one or something, or like the first one or something like that.
No.
And they still really embrace the history. It's on all the packaging. It's in the pictures. It's really wonderful.
One more time from the Vacation Education family here in New Jersey to everyone out there in the world, even the Ellie the Bee right there. She wants to thank you for joining us today. Unfortunately, after eating all this White Castle, all of us now have to go to the gym. That's right. We'll catch you on the next one. We are out of here.
We also like to thank White Castle for being so welcoming to the whole family here.
For sure.
And it was a really nice experience. I really thought it was going to just be hamburgers, but there's so much more here.